Which of the following scales would you use to create a box plot for the data below? So I'm looking at what scale do I want so that I'm able to create a box plot. What's my minimum and my maximum, and then what is going to be the intervals in between. So let's find the actual minimum and maximum of the data. Looks like my minimum is 130 and my maximum value is 150. If I look at choice A and choice B, going from a minimum of 0 to a maximum of 100, that doesn't even include all of our data. First of all, the 0 is way below where we need to be, and the 100 doesn't get all the way up to the 150 that we need. So A and B are not going to fit our data. C and D, it looks like they have a minimum of 120 and a maximum of 160. 120 is just right below 130, and 160 is right above 150, so we've just got some room on either side. That is perfect. So we're going to go from 120 to 160. Now do we want increments of 2? So do we want the step size that we're going up by to be 2, or do we want it to be 40? Well, if we go up by 40, our first value is 120. 120 plus 40 is 160. So how am I supposed to know where to place everything on my box plot here if I'm drawing out my box plot? How am I supposed to know where all of these values go if there aren't any tick marks here for me to use to figure out exactly where those go? So we're not going to do increments of 40. That's too big. We want increments that break this up a little bit. So we're not going to have a scale that looks like D. C is our answer. We want a minimum of 120, a maximum of 160, and then our tick marks are going to go up by 2 each time. So it's going to be 122, 124, 126, and so on. We're going to break it up into small pieces, and this doesn't get at all of them actually, because we need, looks like if we're breaking it up in 2, and we'll need about 20 tick marks there, but it'll be spaced out in increments of 2 so that we're able to see, okay, what is this tick mark here? That's where one of my values goes on my box plot. I have another value, it goes at this tick mark. It'll be a little bit easier to place those lines on the box plot there when we have this broken up into smaller increments, because we can see exactly where those go on the box plot. So again, C is our answer, a minimum of 120, a maximum of 160, and then increments of 2.